Our 20-position switch panel that's on the helm interfaces with the C-zone system that's installed in this boat. I'll show you everything on this panel, but first let's go down into the cabin and let me explain a little bit about the C-zone switching system. The 477 Evolution is equipped with a C-zone digital monitoring switching system. This system allows for monitoring of circuits and circuit protection on all DC systems that are installed in the boat. It's a wonderfully versatile system that allows for tank monitoring, circuit protection, battery voltages. There's a lot to be learned about this C-zone system. I suggest that you review all the installation and operations manuals that have been included in your owner's packet. C-zone also has some very good information on their internet site. As you scroll through the different pages on the C-zone screen, you can see that all the circuits are listed. There's a button to push for on and off, and you can monitor the systems that are being used and not being used. For a full listing of everything that's switched with the C-zone system, you can scroll through the various pages of the system on the control panel that's located in the galley on the bulkhead next to the sink. The 20-position switch panel that's installed on the console of this boat interfaces with this C-zone system. This controls all the accessories that are installed on this boat. Let's start with the 4 switches that are labeled bilge pumps 1 through 4. This is on the port side of the switch panel. Bilge pump 1 and 2 control the pumps that are installed in the cabin. Pumps 3 and 4 are the 2 pumps that are installed in the center aft bilge. Keep in mind that the red light will be energized when the pumps are running. So if you have a red light and you haven't turned on the pumps manually, that means that the pumps are running automatically. You need to check and make sure that there is no water entering the bilge if this is the case. On the switch panel next to the bilge pumps, you have a pump labeled macerator. This is a pump that will evacuate water and any fish remains that will be in the fish box in the starboard side of the aft cockpit. A blue light will illuminate when you turn on this macerator pump. The ACC1 switch that's on this panel was put there as power supply for electronics or aftermarket equipment that might be installed on this boat. Freshwater pump switch energizes the freshwater pump, which supplies water to all the outlets on the boat. This includes anchor washdowns, supply of water to the head and galley, and outside showers that may be installed. Beneath the freshwater pump switch, we have a saltwater pump switch. This supplies water to a raw water washdown that's installed in the aft cockpit. The windlass switch that's at the top of the center column activates your anchoring system. This switch allows you to supply power to the switch panels for the windlass, forward, and also at the helm. The bait light switch turns on the bait lights that are in the 2 aft bait wells. It's a blue light that illuminates the water inside the bait well. This one button turns on the lights in both port and starboard bait wells. Under the bait well switch, we have ACC2. This also supplies power for aftermarket electronics or equipment that may be installed. The next switch you'll see is the parallel switch. It's a momentary switch that allows the batteries to be paralleled. If you'd like to have some extra power to start the motors, simply press the parallel button as you attempt to start the motors. That will jump the batteries together and allow you to get the engine started. The parallel switch comes in handy if you ever find that you have a dead battery. Let's say you're on the hook for a day without the generator running and you find that your engine batteries are a little bit low. If you press the parallel switch, this will allow you to start your engines without any problem. The two columns of switches that are on the starboard side of this switch panel pertain to the remainder of the lighting that's on this boat. The top of the fourth column has a switch labeled hardtop lights. This switch controls the 4-color hardtop lights that are installed on the hardtop in the helm area. To go through the various colors, you press the switch multiple times. Cockpit lights are on the switch located just beneath the hardtop lights. Cockpit lights are white in the helm area and on the steps that go up to the foredeck. The cockpit lights in the aft corners of the aft cockpit are multicolor and can be controlled by pressing the cockpit light switch button multiple times. Next, we have the underwater lights. These switches control the underwater lights that are installed in the aft area of the boat. At the top of the fifth column, we have the nav light switch. This turns on your running lights and also allows you to turn on your anchor light for anchoring at night. Below the nav lights, we have the spreader light switches. There are two of them. These switches control the red, white, and blue spreader lights that are installed on this boat. The last switch down on the fifth column is the bilge light switch. This turns on lights in the bilge areas, allowing you to see what you have to do at night in there. This particular boat also has some additional switches that were added for aftermarket installations.